What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to generate bulk orders on print-on-demand platforms. It's going to be pretty epic, actually, because a bulk order means more money for you, means more money for the company, and at the end of the day, who doesn't want more money? Let's be honest and let's be realistic. More money is better money. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Redbubble is one of those platforms where bulk orders can happen, but it's not as typical as other platforms, and I'll explain why that is. So, with Redbubble, you're really going on and you're finding something that, is a one-off. It's a one-hit wonder. It's a product that, as a consumer, you want to go in and buy. So, for example, I just looked at the best hoodie designs. I clicked on this one, and I love the way this one looks, and that's something I might buy, right? So that's, for me, a certain design, right? Ask yourself normally, how much can I buy of a single design? It's kind of unrealistic. Now, the only way that, consumers, well, I wouldn't want to say the only way. I wouldn't want to cancel out other potential different ways that people could buy this stuff, but one of the ways that a Redbubble bulk order can happen is through a Google search. So somebody will be searching for a certain product with the intention that they're going to look for multiple of them, right? Now, what I'll say with that is that Redbubble is not really bulk order friendly, meaning if I try to increase the quantity of my product at the checkout and I try to buy as many as possible, I don't get discounts for that, right? The Redbubble system does give you coupon codes and things like that, but they don't give you discounts for buying more of a specific product. So, for example, if I buy this in, let's say, a size large, I hit add to cart here, and let's just say I buy this in a size extra large, and I buy this in a double XL, and then I buy it in a medium, right? And I click let's order another one here, and let's click view cart, right? You can see here, all of them are the exact same price. I don't get a discount. The only time I get an actual discount is when I add a coupon code, right? But I added more to my cart, right? I could have added, let's say, like 7 of these here. But do I get a discount for that? No, I don't get a discount. Yes, I might have to pay less for shipping, but still, it's not like I get some sort of discount. Now, with that approach, like I said, the only way to actually get bulk orders is when you create a design that somebody's actually looking to create bulk orders for. So I'll give you an example. I had a wine club shirt made. I actually made a video on this a while ago. Basically, for those who don't know what a wine club is when it's a group of people, they get together, they taste different wines and talk about stuff. That's basically really what it is. I made a shirt like that. And guess what? That got a bulk order. It got like 17 shirt orders or something like that. Or, 17 or 7. I think it was 17. Yes, I think it was 17. We had 7 on something else. But, yeah, that was an example. I also had one of those hydro flask, like those metal water bottles. I had somebody else purchase 4 of those. That's relatively a bulk order for a certain kind of team logo, right? And that team logo, don't worry, it wasn't something from the NFL or the MLB or something like that, right? So those are situations that bulk orders can occur, and it comes down to the actual type of design. I'll talk about and the product, but I'll talk about what I mean here on Zazzle. So Zazzle is an example of where more bulk orders can potentially occur, and they usually do occur on Zazzle. In fact, the very first order I've ever had on Zazzle was after a 3-month period of no sales, and then I finally, very close, I think it was almost the last day of that 3-month period, I sold 100 keychains. 100 keychain order, which is pretty decent. I mean, even though the margins were low, I had set the margin to 5%. It's still pretty decent. I mean, let's be realistic. 100 keychains came out to be roughly $210. So it was pretty good for me. But that was the first order, and that actually is what triggered me to start thinking certain ways. And I started thinking, okay, when you design for Redbubble, you're designing for one person. You're designing for the focus of one individual, right? Will this person like this creative design? So, for example, if I search for a hunting t-shirt, let's go ahead and search hunting t-shirt, okay? And I just want to search that. If I search hunting t-shirt, that one design is for one individual, right? And don't get me wrong, when I say one individual, I mean, yes, more than one person will buy, but I'm saying you're hoping that that one person who searches for this shirt or searches for this product will grab their attention. Like, this product here grabbed my attention. I'm not really sure what it is, but I think I like the colors. It looks aggressive. It looks crazy. I might like it, right? And so that might be interesting to me. With Zazzle, it's kind of different, right? With Zazzle, you're thinking about that one person who buys that product. It's going to be given out to a multitude of people. So, for example, just in the situation of my keychains, you could see here there's top product section. Now, the top product section is measured by the amount of sales that those products get. And you could see, very ironically, what's the first product that gets the most attention? Well, if we click on it, it's right here. It's custom invitation and announcements. These are basically cards where people have invitation cards. Well, think about the scenarios in life where you might send somebody an invitation card. It could be for a birthday. It could be for a wedding. It could be for a baby shower. It could be for so many different things. I mean, just a multitude of different things. And we know for a fact from past experience that when there's an emotional time in life, there's less of a chance of people thinking rationally, and they're willing to spend more, right? Like, for example, for a wedding, are you gonna, I'm not gonna speak for everybody here, but a lot of people during weddings, yeah, and I even heard Kevin O'Leary say this, oddly enough. Kevin O'Leary, the guy from Shark Tank, which is one of my favorite sharks, to be honest, I think my favorite, he said weddings and funerals are the two times in life where people spend without a budget. And, I completely understand why. It's because, it's a very emotional time. People look at it like, this is only going to happen once in a lifetime. Let's do it right the first time. And they're willing to spend whatever. And I know that doesn't apply to everybody, especially because the world is changing now. But especially, back then, I mean, you look 40, 50, not 40, 50 years. Let's go even 20 years back. 30 years back, where, it seems like the world was more simple then, even though it was just short a period of time. But less people had this idea of being financially free and things like that, and they had less thoughts on their head. Now the world is changing. Obviously, we all know that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not a politician. Let's not talk about that. But you guys get my point. But look at these cards. So the thing about these cards is you'll notice that they're white. They're empty. Well, the reason why they're white is because you can go in and add your own design. You can add your own graphics to them, and you can create an invitation card for a multitude of people. So for example, a baby shower. So let's go ahead and type in baby shower invitation. And look at how many baby shower invitations there are on the platform. There's so many. In fact, we can see here the number of results, 187,000 results. So what's more likely to get a bulk order? Is it something like this, right? Or is it something like a t-shirt with a hunting logo on it? Well, it's more like this, right? So And there's the question to be asked, what's potentially more profitable and things like that. But I don't really want to compare what's more profitable because these each have their own niches, their own competitions, their own groups. So if I click on, let's say, this design as a consumer, right? Obviously, I'm not going to have the dates that are present here. I have to add my own dates. I have to do things like that. So I'll go over here and personalize, and I'll add my own text to the design so I can have it fit my style, right? Or the date of my own baby shower, for example, right? And then I would take it and invite it to all my friends, or I wouldn't, but you guys get my point, right? If I was, married to somebody and I had a kid, she would, or my wife would take care of all that action. You guys get what I'm saying. But the point here is that you get the whole approach. And the approach is that if you're going to have a baby shower, are you going to really just buy one card? Or are you going to buy 50 or 10 or 30 or how many people you're inviting to the party, right? Does that make sense? So, and I know, by the way, that this might sound, I know there are a lot of people from different worlds who are watching me. When I say different worlds, I mean different countries. Somebody from, shout out to Australia, Chili Variety. She's from Australia. She wrote in the comments. There's other people who are from different areas. Some people are from France. Some people are from, we actually have a few viewers from Uganda, actually, Nicaragua, India. We got a few viewers from really everywhere. So, this is not just an American thing. It's more like of a Western thing. Not just Western, but any kind of country that's somewhat affluent. Stuff like this happens. People buy cards, people buy invitation things. And I know some people from other countries might look at this like a card. Why would you buy a card to send out these gifts? Because I did see on a show one time, I think, was it 90 Day Fiance? I don't even know. But it was one of these shows where there was somebody from a completely different country who didn't understand the purpose of the invitation cards. And I totally get it. It's just different culture. But this stuff does exist in other cultures. So the cool thing about this is if you're from a country like India per se, right? You can hop on a website like this and create stuff that, yeah, you might never buy, but you can make money off of because the Americans are going to buy, the people from the United Kingdom are going to buy, the good people from France, the good people from whatever country there are. So and the cool thing about Zazzle is they have many different like subdomain kind of places. So you have Zazzle.com, Zazzle.uk, all these kind of places. So it's pretty cool, and you could do a lot with it. But with that being said, this is a platform, due to its customization, due to its ability, to change different things, you can get a higher bulk order, and it's more likely to get a higher bulk order on Zazzle than it is on Redbubble. Now, by no means am I saying that, Redbubble is more valuable than Zazzle or Zazzle is more valuable than Redbubble. They're both valuable in their own specific ways. And that's why I like to do more than one platform at once. And now, before I didn't. Before, my mentality was completely different. Before it was, okay, let me focus on one platform, but while I focus on one platform, let me just learn other platforms. I won't post like crazy on those other platforms, but let me just learn them for experience and knowledge, and let me learn how to crack the code on them. And what I thought was, and the idea was, that because I was learning other platforms very deeply, while understanding and using the Redbubble platform and making money, I thought that I would become better at the Redbubble platform because I was learning other platforms. And that's not true at all. There are some people who are, phenomenally successful on one platform, but don't have nearly as much, not even a fraction as much success on another platform. And the reason why is because these platforms are drastically different, right? The way that I tag, the way that I set things up, the way that I design for Redbubble is going to be different than the way that I design for Zazzle, for example. And with Zazzle, by the way, and Redbubble, since we are talking about these two specifically, you can take your design from Redbubble and post it on Zazzle. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, does that mean that you're going to make as much money? The answer is no. Maybe not, or most likely not. But can you do that? You absolutely can do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you feel that, you're doing extra work and you might as well just put it out there anyway and see what happens, I like that mentality. And in fact, I'm actually a big supporter in that. And if somebody came to me and said, hey, should I do that? And I'll be like, yeah, go ahead. If that's what you feel like, your heart is drawing you towards and that's something you want to do, then do it, because there's no, bad emotion here. You got that emotion for a reason. And, always follow your gut, always follow your heart, always follow your mind. So, if that's what you feel like is going to work, then go ahead and do that. Now, with what I'm saying throughout this whole process is that, and I had a question on this on YouTube. Somebody asked multiple times, and I didn't get to answer the comment, but he said, why do you say that? First of all, he didn't say why do you say, but he said, why would we not post the same designs across all platforms? Well, for one, even though some platforms do indicate that you are completely allowed to take those designs and post on others, sometimes platforms do suspend you for that, because what they do is they do a search, especially if you're a new account. They do a search and see if those designs apply for are on other websites. That's what they do, and that's possible sometimes. So I always say, like, a slight alteration can help change something. It could be a color in a font, it could be a style, it could be whatever it is. It could be a slight alteration just in the beginning, just so that you don't get as many bans or suspensions and you don't have to deal with that. I've heard a lot of people say that, I started on X platform, and then when I went to Y platform, they banned me for uploading my own design. And my own design, I didn't, I own it, I didn't copy it off anybody, and yet they still banned me, right? And I'm going to say, if this is happening to multiple people, I personally have never had it happen to me, and I'll just say that straight out. But if this is happening to multiple people, then the reality is this is probably something common, and it probably has something to do with having the exact same design. So if I were you, if you want to hop over from Redbubble to Zazzle, give the first, 100 designs, the first 20, first 50, first 70 designs, your own customizable designs, and just to even learn the platform. And that's something that a lot of times we do, is that we go from one platform to another, literally just copying our designs over. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, like I said, but in the beginning, you want to sit back and you want to learn everything about that platform, all the nuances, all the things that make these platforms different, right? But if you just blindly took your same design, put it on all the other platforms, what good is it in terms of a learning experience? Yes, you are acquiring more online real estate, as Ryan Hogue says. You are acquiring more online real estate, and shout out to Ryan Hogue, who's, probably the best in our industry in print on demand. But you are acquiring more online real estate. The only thing is how valuable is that real estate, right? Because we have to learn the nuances and the characteristics of that certain platform, of the different platforms, right? And so I actually talk about that in the courses, and you guys know I always take time to shout out the courses on our website. We got the Zazzle tagging course for those who want access to the Zazzle tagging course. If you bought the other courses, the Redbubble tagging, the POD design course, you might qualify for a Zazzle tagging course coupon if that's something you're interested in. But we do have the Redbubble tagging course and the Redbubble print on demand design course. And the print on demand design course for Redbubble, you can apply the same methods and the same teachings for other platforms. Maybe not necessarily Zazzle per se. I mean, you could use it for Zazzle. It's not definitely a step-by-step guide for Zazzle. You could apply your with your own learning, with your own experience and things like that. And if you guys want me to create a design course for Zazzle, since it is a completely different platform, I'll be willing to do that. But in terms of, Redbubble, I would say is more similar to that of Merch by Amazon, that of a TeePublic, since, Redbubble did acquire TeePublic back in 2018. All these the other kind of like just, put the design on the t-shirt kind of sales type of platforms like a Teespring or a Spreadshirt or something like that. They're kind of more similar in that face. Zazzle is a little bit different, but you could still kind of apply the same concepts. But for everybody who's watching, it is just a regular print-on-demand Redbubble design course. So you're not going to get the Zazzle customizations in this course. Specifically was designed for Redbubble. So any kind of platform that you have the same functions as Redbubble, that's what this design course is on. And of course, I show you how to design very quickly with literally no market research needed, and I show how it's all done in the course. I show live examples. In fact, one of the live examples I have is a video for 34 minutes straight with no sound of just me after I explain everything that I'm doing, of me creating 60 designs straight live. And the reason why there's no sound is because I just wanted to show how it could be done in a certain time limit without any distractions. And then after that video, I actually explained what was going on, what was my mentality, what was the whole process. But you could learn more by just reading the principles of the course and things like that. But if you also want to learn like what's exactly in these courses, I recommend you watch the videos in them. So there's a video here, a video here, a video here. If you click on those actual videos, I promise you they won't waste your time. By the end of the video, you'll know if you want the course or not, because I share exactly in it. Like for the Zazzle course, you click on that video, you're going to see the back end to the Zazzle course. You're going to see exactly what you're getting. Same thing with the Redbubble tagging course. And by the way, for the Redbubble tagging course, guys, we have the curriculum, the full curriculum. We're talking about 30 plus videos on the platform, or 30 videos with more to come, and the title to each one right here. So it's not like you're not sure what you're getting. You're exactly aware of everything that you could possibly learn on these courses. All right, I'll leave these courses in the description as well, in the first comment, the pinned comment. And the only way to access on the pinned comment, if you're on mobile, you're gonna actually have to click on the comments, scroll through, and look at the very top. There's the pinned one. They don't show up by default. And if you're on desktop, well, then you could just scroll through and look for the pinned comment, and then we'll show all 3 course links in the description box down below. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.